Thanks, guys, for being here. And first of all, let me congratulate you for taking the time and taking the first step towards changing your life to become a better, to become a healthier, to become a happier version of yourself. I know it's hard with your busy lifestyles to acknowledge that you have issues with anger and to decide that you have to solve it fast. And it's going to be even harder to spare time to go through this life changing process to become a happier version of yourself. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to take some effort. But since you are here today, I believe that you are willing to put in the effort to change your life to become that happier and healthier person. And let me tell you that I've been there where you are today. And if you're anything like me, you have tried out so many techniques out there claiming that it will extinguish your anger. But you failed. I failed too. And the problem here is anger does not only affect relationships, it can lead to huge monetary costs. And it can have a huge toll on your emotions. And it can destroy your health. It can even lead you to end up in jail. If you talk to inmates who are serving life sentences, they will tell you that most of them, they had a split-second decision to do something they regret, and they're in jail for life, just like that. So anger is a very, very dangerous thing. And also, it makes you do so many mistakes. I'm a researcher with University of Tasmania in Australia, and recently I published a conference paper. I attended a conference in Sydney. It was called Pacific 2019. And if you go through that, you'll realize how easy it is to cause fatal mistakes in workplaces, especially if you are in hands-on industries like mining or offshore. You can just Google it, say Pacific 2019 Asanka, and you will see the conference. And let us take a step back here and try to understand why we haven't not been able to extinguish our anger for so long. We tried so many techniques, but it hasn't helped. Why? The answer is that we haven't gone to the root cause of anger. We don't actually understand anger. You need to see anger for yourself. You need to come face to face with anger to crush it, to extinguish it. And it's going to take some time and effort to be aware how anger arises in you and which situations anger arises in you and how you react. Once you see the root cause of anger for yourself, you only need the tools to extinguish your anger, nothing else. And by doing so, you are going to change the perception of anger itself. And it's all because you're seeing it for yourself. I'll use this simile many times throughout the course as well. But just imagine there's a blind person from birth, and he decides that he wants compliments for wearing a nice jacket. And he goes to his mates and asks them, "Look, mate, I need a nice jacket. Can you help me to buy one?" And they say, "Yes, we'll help you buy one." And they actually buys him a jacket. But after some time, he realizes that, hang on, no one is complimenting me for wearing a nice jacket. What's happening here? And he goes to his friends again and asks them, "Man, look, I want another jacket. This one is not working." And they say, "Okay, we'll get you another jacket." And they actually get him another jacket. And after some time, he realizes that he's not getting compliments again. And this process goes on and on without any result. And just assume that this blind person is picked up by a doctor who can cure his eyesight. And he actually does. And once his eyesight is cured, he would see the jacket he's wearing himself. And then he will realize that it's shabby and ugly, and everyone else was laughing at him all this time. What would be the first thing he would do? He would remove that jacket and throw it away. And he would go to a shop himself and see the jacket himself and buy a good one. And then he will receive compliments. And trust me, if you follow this course properly, you will get compliments. People will see that you have changed. And I got compliments myself. The first one was from my wife. She said, "Hey, you changed. How did it happen?" And I told her the exact method I used, what is exactly lined out in this course. And believe me, she's going through the same techniques outlined in this course, and she changed in a very, very short time as well. You will see that there is no fluff in this course. But one thing you need to do is you need to follow this course in a sequential manner. It's laid out in the sequential manner for a reason. Don't be a jumping jack. You don't need to spend hours and hours. You might most probably go through the whole course in one day. But I need you go through the modules in this course, the chapters, multiple times. Take notes if you have to. And understand it. See for yourself what I'm trying to tell you. And try to realize what this course is trying to tell you about anger and how you can manage it and how you can extinguish that anger. And if you put in that little effort to try to understand anger, you dismantle that anger and see the components, how you get angry. How do the circumstances around you line up to make you angry? If you follow this course, you can keep anger at bay for your whole life. You only need to put in that effort. So having said that, let's start. Let's extinguish your anger.